Hey everybody, this is Riker Rider, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Dragoon. Today we are going to enter the final town in the game, Haschel's hometown of Rouge. And I tell you what, Rouge is a backwoods, podunk place if I've ever seen one. Seems like every time someone enters the village, the whole town watches, because I guess they would rarely get guests, especially considering how poor Rouge is and just the housing here. Of course people would remember you. That's too bad that no one could find Claire. Yeah, it's about the magical cities. There's actually a fair bit to do in Rouge. I never knew there was an item shop here. I wonder what's sold here. I had no clue this was here. Nothing I care about. Wow, I didn't think there was an item shop here. In all my playthroughs, I never knew that was there. Well, that's interesting. I believe up here should be the mayor's place. But if I recall, there's a handful of stuff around town that we can get, too. Oh, that's not correct. It's another stair. I really don't like the perspective that they give you on the map, because it's literally right below where the mayor is, the mayor's house. So you really can't tell there's a house right above where the camera is. Back here we have a chest with War God's Calling in it. I'm probably gonna sell that War God's Calling because it sells for 500 gold, and I'm just really desperate for gold right now. Can't believe we've already hit the last town. Now if you go back out around here, yeah, we fight with swords. And as expected, everyone in Rouge is a martial artist. Back here we get a Satori vest for Haschel. I'll probably equip that off screen. But it's better than what he has now. And I don't think it takes up the same slot. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just see where that's equipped on Haschel, since he's in my party. See if that takes up the... Oh, it does. Yeah, it does take up the same slot. The Satori vest stops physical status ailments and is better, but I'm going to leave Haschel on the energy girdle for now, just because it gives him that extra bit of SP. And I would really like Haschel to reach more Dragoon levels, because I'm going to use him quite a bit more than I did in my last couple of playthroughs. Well, martial artists usually want to wear light clothes as to be nimble. And I would know this because I took some basic martial arts when I was younger. Although I think I told you this story already. Sounds about right. Boy, I bet Hashel finds that hard to believe. Yeah, if this town has been in the dark for this many years, then they wouldn't know anything about the Winglies or the old cities. I don't understand why Rouge would, yeah. A stick? Yeah, we need to take a look at this thing that's sticking out of the sea. But even if we can, how are we going to fly there? Because we'll have to fly there because we can't get there by boat, and it's in the middle of the ocean, so we can't exactly walk there. We don't have an airship, and oh, here's Martel. Huh. So Martel and Hashel are both from Rouge. So that's the... Wow, that's awesome, Martel. How selfless you must be to want to collect all the Stardust and make a wish come true of, making her daughter feel better. That's awesome. So Lil still isn't better even after collecting this many Stardust. Well, if you go right back, it's enough time that they've been left alone for some reason. So you can just talk to Martel again by going back into their room. And this location, this is where Martel will remain for the rest of the game. Huh. Well, we've got some Stardust to hand you. We're going to give her the 4 Stardusts, the one we got on Disc 3 and the 3 from Ulara. That's 49. And the last Stardust is right here in Rouge. Right behind Martel's home, actually. You can search this treasure chest to get 100 gold, and this pot back here that they're using for storage for their medical herbs has the 50th and final Stardust. Finally, we have all of them. Let's see what happens when we give the 50th Stardust to Martel. This is it. That's all the Stardust in the world. All better. That's an interesting vision. She still can't breathe even after having all 50 Stardust? Alright, here's the last reward from Martel. The Vanishing Stone. It may not be immediately obvious what you're supposed to do with this. And actually, I don't think it's mentioned. I think it's only mentioned in one place what you're supposed to do with the Vanishing Stone. And I'll get to it soon enough. Not right away, but soon enough. Now let's take a look at that stick that was in the middle of the sea around here. See if we can't not do something. Well, of course we can now that that guy's gone. All 50 Stardust. At least I don't have to look for any more. Okay, now where is this stick? Let's see it. Oh, that! Wow! Wow, there's no way that could have been built by humans. But how are we going to get to it? And it wasn't there 20 years ago. Interesting. I guess it would be pretty big considering how many miles out it is. Right, the Signet Spheres are in the 3 magical cities. And that must be Aglis. But why would Zeke go after this one first? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Right, the Crystal Palace was called the Birth City. Selected to be born? So what did they do? Did they just abort babies? That's terrible. Well, that's terrible if Winglies were predestined for birth and death. Right, the Forbidden Land was the greatest of the Wingley cities, and that's why it was so damaged. Ah, Rose. I just wanted to show you that. Now, what about Cenevitos? So they were immune to their own law. So the Winglies made laws that they didn't have to abide by. It sounds really stupid. Well, the only way that the Winglies' power would continue to grow is if they studied magic. So, since we can't go by boat, how are we going to get there? We have to fly or something, and we can't fly there as Dragoons because it's too far, and as Rose said, it's hard to transform into a Dragoon except during battle. Because insanity is the power source for Dragoons. Wait a second, what? Who are they? Why are we being watched? Huh? Wait, what? sea splitting? How's that work? Must be a pretty powerful magic spell to be able to split the sea. I've heard stories outside of the Bible about the sea being split. And the city's definitely a lot bigger than it was there. Deus Ex Machina. I mean, this story has plenty of Deus Ex Machina in it, but this one's the worst. That somebody from Aglis would just happen to be watching the party and just happens to be able to have a spell, despite the Winglies' weakening power, that can split the ocean in half in order for them to come. Well, that's why we're going. Well, we're Dragoons, we have to be insane, because insanity is clearly the source of the Dragoons' power. Okay, once you go to Aglis, you will not be able to return to Rouge or any other place on the world map until you get back to, or at least, well, until you complete your objective there. So I'm actually going to break the video here.